First, you need to go to the layer. And remember, one thing I wanted to explain to you all, it is nothing but it takes a square format. For example, whatever text you insert, it will be inside this much, okay? Only this much you can insert the text. Only this much for each screen. For example, if it is a 9 is to 6, 8 is to, sorry, 16 is to 9, that would be like you can insert it throughout the screen, fine. But when it is 9 is to 16, it takes a square position only this much. You have to decide how much text you have to insert within this time frame. For example, it might take probably around 7 to 8 lines for each text, okay? For text, you just have to insert 10 lines of the text. You just have to remember 10 lines is my maximum limit. So what you do, you just go to the layers and just put a I have just copied a large text, okay? So what I'll do is I just go to the text option and I'll paste it all there. For example, it is too big to paste, then you paste it all first, okay? So this everything is pasted, so this is this much big text, fine. So I just want to import 10 lines. Maximum is 10 lines, or probably make it a bit lesser. And also it is a short screen. Remember, you have to have a text in between this much. For example, only this much. So what you have to do is you have to give a proper line spacing, or else this won't appear on the screen, correct? You have to give a proper enter button on each of it. Line spacing should be assigned for each of it. So let me go till here and give it a line spacing. And come on, this is fine to go with. And let me give a line spacing here. Let me give a line spacing here. Let me give a line spacing here. So let me just stop here. Probably it's already 10 lines by now, so I cannot move forward. So let me see. Just count this one: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is too much for a text. So what I do is I cut out from this one, dear sister and brothers. Okay, what you have to do is cut out from here. And what you do is you can make a newer text. Okay, our videos is nothing but we are making a video and not filling just the text, right? So they do not assign the much spacing for the text. Matlab, at least 10 lines is fine to go with, fine. So just this is fine now. See, you have just all of the text that have inserted. All the text is here on the screen now. So it was given in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 lines. Probably you can do more of it. I'll show you. You can do more of it. But once it assigns the 7 lines, it won't give you more of the dimensions. But you can give it a try if you want. How much the text it takes is 8 to 9 lines. It can easily take. Fine. I can do it till here. Fine. So let me just remove this out. Cut it out. Okay. Okay. At least this much it can easily do it. So just see here. What this dimension is decided is based on this much. Dear sister, you just have to remember it assigns based on the squaring. For example, it can take yahan se itna wala screen, okay? Only this much screen. Whatever it comes, only that much it takes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Only 10 lines it can assign. Remember, you can just put 10 lines and then make another text and make use of the 10 more lines, okay? Or you can do it in different way. For example, if this is a text that I have, what we prefer to do is we add a heading differently, we add a subheading differently, we add Arabic text differently, we add this transliteration differently. You just have to copy and paste and just change the font style, that's all. And we add the text differently, and even if it is a translation, it won't take more than the 10 lines, okay? So import a new 10 line font for the translation. For this one also import a new text format. So you just have to remember whichever the screen you have, it just takes this much of it, okay? So it is nothing but 10 lines for this screen. For if even for this one, for the 9 is to standard 6 standard, it will take 10 lines, but it will be longer lines, right? Because the broadness is much, so you can give the longer lines. So you can cover entire text in the 10 lines. That would be easy for the 98 for the wider video for the YouTube standard. For the shorts and more, you can just make use of the 10 line content, and this square, only this square it will assign. So you can just duplicate this text again and again and do it as such, fine. Do not worry if you have, for example, if you have filled it all with this one. For example, I'll just show you. If you have filled it all with this text and you do not see all of the text, I have filled it all with this text and you do not see half of the text. Okay, what you do? See here, half of the text is not visible. What you do? You just do a duplication. Come on, duplicate it up and place this upside down. This is placed here, and you just placed another thing here. Okay, there are two texts now. I'll place another text below. Okay, now what I have to do, I have to go to the edit option. I have to remove the first part of last part out of the first one and first part out of the last one. That's all. So here it would be fine. So from here I will remove in this text and delete it all. Okay, only this much will appear in the first format. See here, only this much has appeared, and this, let me place it upsides, and then this is this the second value text. Whatever is behind this, this one probably, let me pour it downwards, and let me start off with the next text. You just have to duplicate it, type all the text, duplicate it, remove it, first part from the last one and last part from the first one. That's all. Last part from the first one is removed, and the first part from the last one should be removed, so that I could get the last part text. So let me do this one for this. Okay, and one more thing, I did not add the proper line spacing in between. It should be of the short ratio, fine. So for this kind of things like the text based videos, you just have to focus on the text itself, right? So you have to make it more appealing, right? Only based on text. So make the text more appealing by creating different text lines. Okay, KineMaster at least offers you 10 lines of text. You have more of the video editors we do not offer you any of the text options. Like they only offer you at least 1 to 2 lines for single text. That's all. So this is great to go with. At least the 10 lines is fine to start off with, fine. You can just go through all of this. And even why is it disappearing? Because it's too long, more than 10 lines. Okay, you have to remember you just can give 10 lines here. And also for the short ratio, very important to consider the width of it, fine, the size of it. So this much itself you should have put a spacing in between for each of the text. This one you should cut it out and just make it enter, give an enter spacing here, and will enter appear on the next line. That's all. So this was the doubt that had